Ja, moin zusammen und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Conway. Naja, das mit dem herzlich willkommen, so wie der mich da gerade anguckt. Nein, wir nehmen unsere Hauptverdächtige und die Dings da, ne? So, was hat er denn noch weiter zu sagen?
What's that supposed to be?
Why don't you tell me? It was found in your pub.
So what? Lots of people drink there every day. Glasses smash. I don't know what's special about a piece of glass.
Sounds plausible.
Well, there you have it.
Well, Mr. Crow didn't seem to think so. He told me you took it from the police evidence room.
Prove it.
I intend to. I'm sure Mr. Crow will be willing to testify. Let's move on.
Das Foto. Nee, nehmen wir erstmal das Fernglas, weil das passt ja gerade zum Thema.
How will you explain this, I wonder?
Perhaps you want to explain how you found that, without breaking the law.
I'm sure it will come to that. But for now, we're talking about you. You have nothing to say? There's no getting around this, Shirley.
You're not listening. It wasn't me.
Okay, aber wer war es dann?
What do you have to say about this?
You've been watching me. Annabelle was right. This is an invasion of privacy.
Well, isn't that what you wanted?
What are you talking about?
Well, for someone to see your charade. The whole business with the so-called intruder. You set the whole thing up.
What a ridiculous thing to say. How could I have? Why would I?
You did it so that Tony Morgan would see you as the victim, and therefore not as his attacker. I saw you too. I'll admit, you were very convincing.
This is all in your mind, Mr. Conway. You have no evidence at all.
Well, we'll see. Let's continue, shall we?
Sehr gerne.
Well, I suppose that's that. Catherine, is what you've heard enough to arrest Miss Downs?
I'm sorry, it's not conclusive enough, I'm afraid.
Well then, I suppose I was wrong. I should have gone with my gut and accused Annabelle.
What?
Again, I'm sorry I've wasted your time. Catherine, can you see if Annabelle is still close by?
Wait, Mr. Conway. What could you possibly think Annabelle has to do with this?
Well, I shouldn't discuss this with you, but all those late nights whilst Thea was gigging, no one able to verify her whereabouts. And then, of course, there's the matter of the... well, like I said, I shouldn't discuss this with you. I apologize, Miss Downs. Let's see if we have enough to arrest your sister.
Wait.
Trickst sie
What is it?
aus.
I hid the telescope in my safe, but I was hiding it for someone else.
The truth, Shirley, or this conversation is over.
Okay, I hit Mr. Morgan, but I swear I thought he was someone else.
I'll see what your sister has to say about
I'm
that.
telling you the truth. Annabelle had nothing to do with it.
Where is Charlotte May?
I didn't take her. That's why I hid the telescope in the first place, so the police wouldn't suspect that I took her.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
I didn't take Charlotte May.
So let me get this straight. And it's very important that you're clear.
Nochmal bitte.
You took the shard of glass from the police evidence room.
Well, yes, because it proved that I hit Mr. Morgan. But I thought I was hitting Harold Levy.
Was? Okay.
You faked the attack against you.
Yes.
Hmm.
I needed people to know that the kidnapper is still out there. I couldn't come forward and say what I'd done because people would think I took Charlotte May.
Hab ich's mir doch gedacht. Hab ich's mir doch gedacht.
The telescope is the attack weapon.
I took it from Lady Dowa's hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my sister having an affair from Lord Dowa's window. I was angry. I I overreacted.
Naja. Okay, aber ja, wir nageln sie fest, wir kreisen es ein, aber wir wissen noch nicht. Sie hatte die Möglichkeit dazu, es spricht vieles dafür, dass sie halt eben die Kidnapperin ist, lalalala. Aber warum? Welches Motiv steckt dahinter? Oh, entschuldige, langweile ich dich? Verzeihung, ich wollte nur meine eigenen. Ja, okay.
You attacked Tony Morgan.
I already told you. I thought I was hitting Harold Levy. He was kissing my sister, Annabelle. A married woman, Theo's wife.
I don't think even you can separate the truth from the lies anymore.
I'm not lying, Mr. Conway.
You took Charlotte May that night.
I did not.
Then you put her in Lady Doer's basement. Why?
I'm not saying another word.
You knocked me from my chair and then staged the attack on yourself to throw me off the scent.
That's all in your head.
Where is Charlotte May? Is that enough to arrest Miss Downs?
I believe so, yes.
Was?
Then I think I've heard just about all I need to. Catherine, may I have a word?
Sie hat nichts zugegeben. Gar nichts.
Well, it looks like you were onto something after all.
Yes, it looks that way.
Let's wrap this up then, shall we?
Wait a moment. You see now what I was doing, what I had to do.
I do.
Well then, what's wrong? With a little more time, Shirley will tell us where Charlotte May is. You can arrest her. This is a good thing.
You lied to me. You betrayed my trust after you promised me. I'm so glad that you were right. I really am, but that doesn't change how you did it.
Catherine, we did it. You and I. I listened to what you said, and I truly am sorry. There were moments where I knew I was crossing a line, but I did it.
You've told me already.
And I meant it. Please. I'm going to update Mr. Morgan later on and tell him what we found. It would mean a lot to me if you were by my side. What do you say?
I don't think so, Dad. I'm sorry.
Catherine, please.
Miss Downs, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the abduction of Charlotte May Morgan and an attempt to obstruct an active and ongoing police investigation. You don't have to speak, but anything you do say might be used against you in a court.
Müssten es nicht 2 Polizeibeamte sein? Ich weiß nicht, wie das in England so ist, aber bei uns, ne, so von wegen, nur wenn einer was hört. Aber wir haben immer noch nicht das Kind gefunden. Das ist der viel größere Punkt. Und jetzt, wo wir aus
Shirley
dem...
has confessed to almost everything I've thrown at her. But she's refused to give me the location of Charlotte May. I hope to God she's still alive. It's out of my hands and up to Catherine now. I've reached the end of my investigation. But at what cost?
Noch immer vermisst. 6 Stunden später. Ja, sie wird ja jetzt auch nicht mehr versorgt, ne?
I promised Mr. Morgan I'd return this brooch when I found Charlotte May. The news of Shelley's arrest will have to do for now.
Okay, nehmen.
Now that all's said and done, suppose I should tidy all this away.
Es ist aber noch nicht erledigt. Aufgabenhinweise. Shirley Downs. Okay, Shirley bereut älter zu werden, ohne etwas in ihrem Leben erreicht zu haben. Dass ihre Schwester 30 wird, erinnert sie nur an ihr eigenes Alter. Ja, nun, aber das ist, ja. Nach dem Gespräch mit Shirley ergibt sie, nein, warte. dass ihre Schwester 30 wird. Ja, hey, die gute Nachricht ist, wir werden alle älter und zwar alle gemeinsam. Nach dem Gespräch mit Shirley ergibt sich langsam ein Bild. Sie hat fast alles gestanden. Am schlimmsten an ihr ist ihre Sicherheit und dass sie sich weigert, mir zu sagen, wo Charlotte May ist. Ihre Sturheit, nicht ihre Sicherheit. Himmel. Okay, ja, hier kann ich rumäffen. Was kann ich denn sonst noch mitnehmen? Kann ich noch irgendwas mitnehmen? Fernglas? Okay, ich kann es mir nochmal angucken, aber sonst... Ja, nee, angucken. Ja, okay, ja, nee. Na schön. Wir sollten besser das Kind finden. Solange sie noch in ihrer Gewalt war, hat sie möglicherweise versorgt. Aber jetzt...
I used to roam these halls and wonder what kind of neighbors lived around me. Now I know all too well.
Moment, halt an den Aufzug. Ja, und du hast noch nicht mal alle kennengelernt. Ja, da wohnen noch sehr viel mehr Menschen. Und was, wenn er sich irrt? Wenn sie tatsächlich nicht das Kind entführt hat? Werden wir jetzt noch angegriffen?
How will Mr. Morgan take the news, I wonder? He's been through enough.
Ja. Es wird ihn freuen zu hören. Oh, guck mal, da hängt jetzt auch ein Bild. Es wird ihn freuen zu hören, dass die mutmaßliche Täterin, ich nenne sie immer noch so, dass die gefasst ist. Aber wir haben das Kind noch nicht.
No sign of Catherine. She's not coming.
Ja. Aber es ist, ja, es ist immer so eine Sache, ne? So, das eine ist, ja, dass er selbst rumgemacht hat, also ermittelt hat. Aber es ist eine ganz andere Sache, dass er sie angelogen hat. Dann lieber mit offenen Karten spielen. Von wegen, hey, ich kann mich da nicht raushalten. Ich weiß, du magst es nicht, aber...
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Mr. Morgan, how are you?
As well as can be expected, I suppose. I have to say, I wasn't expecting you so soon.
I apologize. I thought you might want an update regarding Shirley Downs.
Of course, yes. Why don't you step inside for a moment and, well, please come in.
Na, gibt es noch einen Plot-Twist?
You can leave your things down there if you like.
Thank you.
Gegenstände platzieren? Warum? Okay.
Please. You were saying?
Yes. In short, it went well.
She confessed.
Not to all of it, but I have reason to believe she's confessing right now in police custody. She confessed to hitting you over the head and to pretending she was attacked. We found the weapon and, well, the list goes on.
What about my daughter?
She refused to admit it. She was adamant.
But you said she confessed to hitting me.
Well, there's more to the story, I'm afraid. She swears blind that she thought she was hitting Harold Levy.
What? Okay, I don't know what that means.
I agree. It doesn't make any sense.
Where is my daughter, Mr. Conway?
Mr. Morgan, I won't stop until I find her.
I'm sorry. That was unfair of me.
I understand, and it's me who has to apologize. I told you I would find your daughter, and until now I've failed you in that matter.
I don't blame you. You've done all you can. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Please, come and sit through here. Perhaps you'd like a cup of tea, Mr. Conway. It's one sugar, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Please, make yourself at home. I'll be back momentarily.
Thank you, I will.
Irgendwas kommt mir komisch vor. Irgendwas kommt mir sehr merkwürdig vor. Sehr, sehr merkwürdig. Okay, was haben wir hier?
How long have you lived in Dahlia View? It must have been before I moved here.
Yes, about 4 years or so. I remember the day you moved here. I should have introduced myself then. I'm sorry about that.
Not to worry. I should have done the same. Where is Charlotte May's mother, if I'm not intruding? Aren't you married?
That's a very long story, I'm afraid. What about yourself? Isn't there a Mrs. Conway?
Well, that's an even longer. What exactly is your line of work?
I'm a dentist.
Really? I imagine that pays a good wage.
Well, I'm a dental assistant, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm training to be an anaesthetist, so there's that.
Oh,
Interesting.
zum Anästhesisten.
That reminds me. I brought the brooch back that I found at the crime scene.
Thank you so much. I hope it was of some use.
Anästhesist? Warte mal, hier komme ich nicht mehr raus. Oh nein! Ausgerechnet jetzt hängt es wieder. Oh nein, ich will nicht. Oh, warte mal, da kann ich noch was mitmachen. Oh. Oh, oh.
What on earth? This isn't Charlotte May. It's a different girl altogether. Wearing Charlotte May's brooch.
Oh, oh.
Another girl. Jesus, what is this? Mr. Morgan, what have you done?
Oh, oh.
I said I hope the brooch was of some use.
Yes. I mean, no. I wasn't able to connect it to anything.
Is everything okay, Mr. Conway? You seem a little out of sorts.
Yes, I'm fine. I don't think I'll have that tea after all. I'm sorry to put you out, but I remembered I have to hand over all of my findings to Catherine. She'll probably be waiting for me.
She was 6 when that picture was taken.
Is that so?
Such an innocent age, wouldn't you say? Charlotte wouldn't have known what real danger was back then. Not like you and I.
Well, we all have to grow up at some point. You'll excuse me, but I really must
Are
be.
you sure you're okay, Mr. Conway? I can't help but feel your discomfort. Is it something I've done?
Like I said, I'm probably keeping Catherine waiting, is all.
Jetzt sieht er das Bild. Oh meine Güte.
You know, I thought that I was careful enough, but the way you think, you really are very clever, Mr. Conway. To your detriment.
Oh. Au, verdammt.
It's funny. I spent the past few days wondering who on earth would attack me. I was as confused as everyone else. Turns out it was all just a misunderstanding. Have you ever heard anything so unlikely? I was going to leave town that night. I'd left her in Doe's basement. Things were almost in place. I was putting the rubbish out, and then... well... and then Shirley Downs.
She's still alive, isn't she?
I really am glad you decided to investigate. The mystery was eating me up inside. You know, I watched you work these past few days. Watched as you pulled our neighbours' lives apart piece by piece. Getting to work with you at Shirley's pub and seeing you before that at Lady Doe's house. It was very exciting.
Okay, was kann ich tun? Rollstuhl.
It's funny, I felt that if I could just reach out. Of course, I couldn't.
From what I remember, you reached out with your fist.
You almost caught me that night, you know, in Lady Doe's basement. You were so close, but still so far. You know, I've never had to go back and check before. But after you promised me you'd find her, I had to think on my feet. She cried when she saw me. I suppose she was seeing me for the first time in many ways.
She? You mean the girl that, some other poor child you've taken?
Lebt sie noch? Haben sie sie getötet? Oh je, wo sind ihre echten Eltern? Oh.
Is she still alive? The girl? Why did you do this?
Charlotte May was 6 when she... You see, after so many years, well, they stop looking like children, don't they?
Dear God. So she was too old to remind you of the real Charlotte May. And that's why... This really isn't your first time.
The first time I did this, my hands were shaking. I was a mess, Mr. Conway. I'd have been embarrassed just to be in your presence.
You sound as though she means nothing to you.
She means everything to me.
Have you lost your mind?
I think our little talk is over, Mr. Conway. Believe me, I don't want to do this, but you leave me no choice.
Was kann ich machen? Kann ich irgendwas machen?
I don't think you will kill me. You didn't tie that little girl up for no reason. If you were simply a murderer, you wouldn't have left her alive down there. There has to be something more to you.
What makes you so sure?
I think you wanted to see her as Charlotte May. You wanted to believe it, right up until the end.
Well, you've got it all figured out, haven't you?
What happened to the real Charlotte May?
You have a daughter, Mr. Conway. You know how it is. It's your responsibility. Your duty to protect them, no matter what.
Tony, what happened?
I must have left the balcony door unlocked. I took my eyes off her for just a second. We lived on the 5th floor.
Tony, I'm so sorry. Perhaps we should talk about it. You can tell me about her. If you let me go, I'm sure...
I don't think so, Mr. Conway. I've complimented you on your intellectual prowess. Please don't insult mine.
Fine. Where is the girl now?
She's quite safe.
Ich kann nichts machen. Wo sind ihre Eltern?
Where are her parents? The girl I've been looking for.
I couldn't tell you now, but for a while they owned a small doctor's practice in Turing City. That's where I first saw her. She reminded me so much of my Charlotte. Over the next few days, I saw it more and more in her.
What would the real Charlotte May think of you?
You won't speak her name again.
Do you think she'd be proud of what you've done?
Please. Stop.
What about this girl? Everyone's looking for her. You can't get away with this.
Mr. Conway, you've already arrested Shirley. No one is going to find her, and no one is going to find you. Now, please stop. You're beginning to make me rather uncomfortable.
Jesus. You wouldn't want her to remember you this way.
None of that matters. Now, please, try to keep still.
Please, don't do this. You're a reasonable man, Mr. Morgan. I know you don't want to do this.
Believe me, I've tried to change what I am, but I can't.
Mr. Morgan, I would very much like to speak with you.
For God's sake.
Sag doch was.
Like father, like daughter. Not a word, Mr. Conway.
Oh
The
Gott.
anesthesia should kick in shortly.
Oh my gosh. Tu was.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I wondered if I might speak with you and my
Please
father.
help me.
Your father, are you expecting him?
I thought
Please
he might
don't
already
hurt
be
her.
here. He said he was going to talk to you about Shirley Downs.
Catherine, run
May I
away.
come in and talk through our options?
It's him.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Okay, that's fine.
Catherine, help.
I can come back tomorrow.
You know what? With everything
Save
that's
yourself.
going on, I'm not... Yes,
Please,
I think that
don't
would
do
be a
anything
good
to
idea.
her.
Tomorrow morning. Lunchtime, perhaps.
I'm back here.
I think it can wait until then. I'm sorry to bother you so late.
Mr. Morgan, stop.
Please, don't apologise. We'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Wait,
What is it?
if you haven't seen my father, then why is his camera in the house? And his bag?
Mach.
Mr. Morgan?
Oh gosh. Catherine. Komm, du schaffst es. Du schaffst es mal. Oh, W. Ja, ich drücke W. Okay, ich drücke W. Drücke ich W? Ich drücke W. Komm, du schaffst das. Oh, Himmel. Du schaffst das. Komm schon. Hilf ihr, Catherine. Nein. Tu was, tu's. Oh. Alles gut? Oh. Hallo? Ist jemand da? Was ist hier? Was ist hier los? Ambulance. Catherine? Oh, er lebt gut. Puh. Aber was ist mit Catherine? Rollstuhl. Ja. Tony Morgans Festnahme. 6 Stunden später. Wow. Es war eine lange Nacht. Uiuiuiui. Hey.
Do you know where Catherine is?
Da. Okay. Wow. Rums. Au. Mitten ins Gesicht. Ah, es geht ihr gut.
Catherine!
Dad, are you okay?
I'm fine. Thank God you are. I thought the worst.
I did too. What happened here? I mean, what on earth did I walk into?
If I'm honest, I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
Shirley was telling the truth.
It appears so.
We searched the house. We'd ruled him out.
Is he...
No, he's alive. He's been taken to the station. We want to know if he's done this before.
I'm afraid you won't like the answer.
Oh my God. That could have been you.
It could have been either one of us.
Dad, listen,
No, Catherine, I'm sorry.
I am too. It's funny, I came back tonight because part of me knew I should have listened to you, but I just wanted to prove to myself that I didn't need any help.
The apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. I need to ask, did you find Charlotte May? Is she...
Follow me. Charlotte, this man is Robert Conway. He's been looking for you for days.
Are you okay, my dear? You're safe now. You don't need to be scared anymore. Catherine here is going to take good care of you.
I'll just be a moment. I'll come back. Don't worry.
Ja. Sie ist natürlich traumatisiert, ne? Wow. Sehr sogar.
She hasn't said a word since we found her. She thought that Tony Morgan was her real father. She didn't even know that...
It doesn't bear thinking about.
So, what do we do now? She doesn't have a home.
That reminds me. Her real parents owned a doctor's surgery in Turing City. Can't be many doctors out that way who have a missing child.
That's a great place to start. I imagine you'll want to come along and help.
No. Perhaps it's best to leave this up to the professionals.
I'd like it if you were by my side.
I'd like that too.
Oh. Gut, dass Sie das Kind gefunden haben. Wo haben Sie das Kind gefunden? Wo hat er es hinterlassen? Schöne Musik. Und das war's. Conway, Disappearance at Dahlia View. Ja, wir sind durch. Oh, guck mal, ist das schön hier. Oh, voll gut. Ach, herrlich. Jawohl, herrlich. Hinter White Paper stecken. Ja, schön habt ihr das gemacht. Cool. Das war eine tolle Geschichte. Es war eine spannende Geschichte. Es war zwischendurch ein bisschen... So, ne? Muss ich durch andere Leute Häuser rennen und so. Aber hey, nein, es waren viele coole Ideen da drin. Die Minispiele, also ne, die kleinen Kleinigkeiten, fand ich klasse. Fand ich richtig gut. Also, und mir gefällt auch dieser Grafikstil, mag ich sehr gern. Also, alles richtig gemacht, Leute. Alles richtig gemacht. Ja, das war klasse. Oh, schön. Ja, meine kriminalistischen Fähigkeiten sind begrenzt, aber hey, es hat auch alles funktioniert. Also, ja, Finance, was? Production Support, Silvernaut, Creative Director. Schön. Echt ein schönes Spiel. Wow. Ja, hat mir sehr gefallen. Und hey, ich hoffe, ihr hattet auch ein bisschen Spaß und habt mitgefiebert. Und ist ja wie ein Krimi, ne? Ja, ist ja echt ein Krimi. Also, klasse. Nun, nichtsdestotrotz, herzlichen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Vielen, vielen Dank, dass ihr dabei wart und mitgerätselt habt, mitgefiebert habt und überhaupt. Und ja, wenn ihr wollt, wenn ihr mögt, wenn ihr könnt, dann sehen wir uns sehr gerne im nächsten Let's Play wieder. Danke nochmal fürs Dabeibleiben und tschüss.